going on, everyone? Is it level or just... Started. You got some goals for the stream. Flipped it there. What? Keyboard? Camera. Okay, where are we? This is where we are, beer o'clock. So we need to see our textures are loading and the materials are loading. And we're load material, was it? Load material textures. You know, I'm not feeling this theme. You have to pardon the cat drinking behind me. Shall we go with? Do I reckon we can code on Cyberpunk mode? Let's see how it looks on YouTube. Might be too much. Looks fun. Let me know if that's too hard to follow. You need your coding hat, you know. Yeah, that's crazy, but I quite like it. My eyes are normally quite sensitive to bright colours. I think I can do this. I'll check it out. It's a long time to get ready lights. Okay, here it is. Right, it's good. Okay, load materials. Let's see what materials I'm loading. The material texture. Okay, that already knows what it's loaded. This is the called function. It knows the type. Let's know where it is. There's a material, there's a type main, directory. I think it has the full path, so that's already loaded. So let's see what's calling that function. Okay. Process material, which has your material and your texture. There's a difference. So car might be blue. It's metal, but in game it might just be like blue and shiny. You can do that with material without a texture. Somebody's face will have a lot of detail. Like a new car, not so much. So there's materials, and there's textures. At the front of a cliff will have a texture and material. It's my protein yogurt. It might be the biggest gimmick in the food industry. Okay, so we're processing material through async. And we're checking for if there's diffuse. No, here, diffuse, speculars, ambient, emissive. Okay, so we're going to code emissive. Let's code some emissive. Thank you, Mom. I appreciate that. You know, you don't always feel like it. Is that you, Mom? Okay, so what I'm going to say is Let's bring you in on the chat. And we can go chat GPT. And I think the cat's gone crazy. It's not had enough shakes. Come on. It's never done this. It's not my cat. I'm at my friend's house. Oh, what's up? There you go. Oh, the other one's coming now. You see the second cat? You just want to distract. Watch the monitor. I've got a portable screen, and the cat's getting crazy. I should get the cat camera on. Hi, Jen. Yeah, I do. Because I remember back when hacking was easy, there was the white hats and the black hats. So I was wondering if it was reference to a black hat, which is the bad hacker, right? You're the bad guy. Do you remember me? Okay, so let's talk to my favorite woman, ChatGPT. Hey, so I hate saying hey. I made a rule last year that I would never say hey or thank you to an AI because you don't want to program your brain to think it's a person, like subconsciously. I mean, not that you'd do that, right? But it's just so good. I failed. Let's get set up here. Okay, so wicked. Where did you go to? Did you go to Udemy? Okay, so just in case invade us somehow. Wait, in case who invades you? Oh, okay, so my engine code is also importing emissive from the MTL files emission, like so, and my shader is here and accounts for emissive. So emissive in a material, the obvious example is the lightsaber, right? You get on the light and then it's there you go, spreading. Yeah, I'll check it out. In the uniforms, thank you. Keep going, man. I probably recommend SFML, which is 2D. You can start with 3D. Just go to learnopengl.com. But it would just, and there's no reason you can't, but it'd be good just to do C++ for maybe 2 months first. Or even just, I don't know, even 30 hours, 50 hours of C++. You can do it straight away with OpenGL. You're just going to get more bugs and you might get stuck longer. But nobody say you can't do it. But there are better ways to learn than others. And sometimes the better way is the foundations, which are always boring. Uniforms, what doesn't apply then? Talk me through the theory of emissive in code, and then we we'll look at implementation. Here's the shader. So I have some models that should be more shiny, or just shiny. You can see here, so the material structure contains an emissive color, which we import, but then later in the code we don't do anything with that. Yes. So I'm gonna. I've never done this ever. So we're just learning on the go. Okay. So what chat's saying? In computer graphics, emissive light refers to the material property where an object appears to emit light by itself. So a light bulb. I don't think it throws light on the scene. I think it's like an illusion, because you would need a light source to do that, which would be more code. I could be wrong. Yeah, this is different from other lighting models like diffuse or specular, because it does not depend on any external light sources, such as the sun or spotlights. So like a fire in the game or the sun, this is different. Instead, the emissive property makes an object look as though it's glowing, and this glow is usually independent of the scene's overall lighting conditions. Neon signs, lava, molten materials, spaceships, or machinery with glowing panels. The emissive property is often represented as a colour, and the intensity or the brightness of the emission controlled by values of that colour. Okay, so it might be 200 blue, so it's a blue shine. If the emissive colour is non-zero, the object would appear to emit light. I've got a feeling we might not have everything we need for this in the code. This might be something more. Yeah, so if something like that, if you go to it's good to have you around in the chat and to talk about it. But if you put that question in ChatGPT, you'll get like a starting point. By the way, is the microphone too loud and the music too low, or how is everything? In the material model, the emissive color is a constant value added to the final color of the material. This means it does not interact with a light source in the scene. It's not affected by shadows or reflections. Okay, which is interesting, because that means if you have a lightsaber that's purely coded as emissive, I don't think it will also create shadows. So if you put the lightsaber in front of somebody's face and it should create a shadow, it won't. You would do that a different way. And same with a lamp. You have a material, but it's not being used in a shader. Right now, the shader computes ambient. Declare the emissive color in the shader, add the emissive color directly to the final output. If that's it, then that's interesting. Because I don't know how effective that will be. So we declared image. Here, let's be a vector somewhere. Emissive, and then you just add in it. So all the other lights on the sun do nothing towards that. You just put it straight on at the end. I quite like that. That's the most simple model of light I've seen. That might mean it's not effective. Okay, emissive. So we get the material, emissive color, which this is your material structure, and then we take its emissive color. We apply it to emissive, a vector of 3, red, green, and blue, and then we add it onto the final color here instead of the previous one. This only had ambient light, fuse colors, get rid of that. Put that in final color, and then frag color is final pixel, the dot, and it's here. I don't know if our material has emissive. I think it does. Okay. So let's load up a car, but if not, we'll find some other models. Let's see. It's going to be hard to tell in a way. Because we need a before and after. Let's go here. Emissive color. I'm going to pull up a model that doesn't have emissive, and I'm going to give it emissive. So let's go to the cottage. The cottage should be easier. It's only got 4. These are the sub meshes. So there's the bottom, there's the windows, the door. I think 4 is the walls. You see I'm making it shiny or not. Put some sun on it. So shininess. And emissive color. Giving it an emissive color. Is that doing anything? I don't see it. But you might find that the texture's overpowering it. So you see these walls here. One of those will be represented by this. They don't have textures. Let's have a look. Diffuse. Yeah, so this wall here on the left. Put the light up. Emissive color. Maybe if I make everything else. So what did I get wrong? Final color. Emissive. Sometimes what you can do, so this is for debugging shaders, right? This is the smartest thing you'll learn with shaders. If you just output emissive, it will forget the textures, it will forget the light, and it will just do your emissive light. And if it doesn't work, it means your emissive light is not going to the shader. So you get to the root problem a bit quicker. Okay, so what do you see? You see a car that's pure black, right? So there's no emissive light anywhere. I'm just going to change a few of the car parts to different levels of emissive. Nothing's working. Let's try the cottage. So I have a bug where if I load 2 models, sometimes it crashes, but I'm just not looking at that at the minute. Excuse me. Yeah, we have the same with the house. I wonder if that's changing. Yeah, because it changed the shiny colors as well, right? It changed the level of shine, I should say. Oh, could you not see? Yeah, you could see, right? Okay, let's to the code. Emissive. So we're going to go here. Okay, we're going to check if there's emissive, and we're going to go. We'll do a breakpoint. So when we load a file, we're going to know if it's going to that checkpoint, the breakpoint, if it's being hit, and if we have. So we'll hit the first one, because that's just asking the question. If it goes to the next one, it means it's loading the emissive. So that material doesn't have any. Let's just see if any of the materials, we're waiting for it to go to the second point here. It's going through all the parts of the car to check if that has any emissive quality. Nope. In the meantime, let me put the code back so it draws the full thing, which was just the final color, right? Okay, so we'll go to ambient. We can just do this here, by the way. That was a proper way. So let's see if those get hit, the breakpoints. Okay, so something has ambient color. All the parts have ambient. So there's no emissive quality. And what I want to do off screen is just open the file up. I'll bring it into screen for the Bugatti. Let's see if we can do a screen share for you. Hey man, welcome back. Sorry I missed that. I need to get like a notification when someone says hey. Moderation activity. How do I do that? I need a display capture. Okay, so here we want emissive. Okay, I think this is it here. Emissive is 0 on everything. So what part of a car would you want to be emissive? The blue rims, right? And you'd want the blue part to be emissive. How strong? 1. This is just like a little hack. The red glass. I mean, you don't want your glass to be emissive, but you do want it transparent. MI, what's transparency? Let's go to the shader. I don't think it was any of those. Transparency. So what we will do, go here, and then we will go GPT. Let's ask chat. What is emissive in the MTL? It'll be K probably. We're looking for KE. Not emissive, transparency and transparency. It might be like opaqueness or something. D. Okay, so if we go back, is there anything else? TR. So TR and D. Okay, they're both the same. Okay, so what do we want to be transparent? 0.5 on the red glass. We're just seeing if this works right. the headlight squares. This is just to see and ask the question, does your engine work with all of these? Glossy. So these are new, I think it's new material. It's the name of the material's front window. Like, why wouldn't you want your front window to be transparent? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with these people? Shout out the artist of a good model car, by the way. Studio lights. I think they're just lights in the model. It's a free. It's not just a car. There's a full scene. So I kind of just broke that file. Right, that's broke now. Like, it's gonna work, but it's not. It's gone now. Whatever the model used to look like. But the question we're asking is like, just can we get this working? Okay, and so now we have windows. Look at that, right? So now we've got an engine working with materials. I think also, are they too transparent? Let's move that light. Let's move the sun. So you can see the reflection. They are just a bit too transparent. Which, by the way, might be realistic. Display capture. So let's go back to the glass. The windows. There's the window. Front window. And D was the dissolve. Actually, you probably don't want too much, because if you have 10% transparency, it's a lot. You can see everything. You can see through something, you can see through something. It's going to be enough. There you go, look. It's just so much better. And you can see what I've done is I've changed the speed or increased the speed of the sun. So the sun is moving around the scene a lot more. A lot quicker. That colour's just ugly. So now we can see through the windows. I had some emission. I want to see what else in the scene changed that I can tell. Get lost. Yeah, those alloys seem bright. But I don't remember exactly what changed. Let's go inside. Okay, so what I want to do now is, so first we're going to make a note of that. So we put some timestamps in. So from 28 minutes and editing material types and transparency, dissolve, and what else? Emissiveness, and engine next. It's 35 minutes. We're going to do rendering individual model parts individually. So let's just say we want to we can change different things, the emissive colors and so on. But you can't really tell. There's so many parts of the car, you can't tell what it's impacting. So what I want to do is to create a tool in the engine that will just, you can click for all the parts, it will just render on the window. Let me show you the window and how we're going to do this. We want the option to just draw it on one part of the screen. I think I need to load up my 3D terrain. And then we have a tool that will appear here, and render. FBO is a frame buffer, right? So now we have a separate window here. I know this disorganization's hurting some of your brains and mine. But now we have a separate window. So what we want to be able to render the car, but then we want to maybe just render just the wheel within this window. And then we can see if emissive is working on just one car part. So we can remove that, make some bright. You can see now we have transparency. We have levels of reflectiveness. It's all different. By the way, this is all impacting these colors are also, if we go to our main terrain, these are getting synced up. So blue, purple. We'll give us some impact on our car. Where's she gone? So now the light is blue, purple. So this is the same light uniform. So the same vector of light color goes to the two different shaders independently, and it shades all the pixels based on that color of sun color. So I can change. You'll see here the terrain has got a blue, universal light, white, black, and the car's disappearing here because the ambient light is so low. In other words, when there's no other light yet, the ambient light is what lights it up, which is very low. So I could turn it up a little bit. Okay. So what did we say? We're going to within our renderer and material tools, we're going to add functionality to draw just one model part at a time. We can do this with perhaps two variables, a switch, to see whether we're rendering just individual components, typos, and another to give an index to the submesh. Give me your thoughts. Actually, I've changed my mind. Let's use an FBO instead. We will render all parts, and within this we will check the VO ID, and if it matches the one selected within our show material function, we will render that to a new FBO texture and have a separate window for that. Okay. So like I shown you about 5 minutes ago, we're going to have the 3D world, it's going to render the car, and then we're going to have another window that's going to render just the wheel, so then we can edit the parts, materials. This is what you want in the engine. But for me, really, because it's going to be quite a simple game visually, 2010, it's more just to inspect, than edit. Okay. Okay, this is simple. So first we are going to create a VAO texture, VAO buffer, FBO. Let's have a look. Where do we want to do this? Model loader. It needs to be in the model loader. Hey, I too have an OpenGL game engine. Let's give that some love. Hit subscribe, otherwise we don't believe you. How's the engine going? Give us some details. I'm a newbie. I'm an engine newbie. That might be my handle actually. Game engine newbie. How about Ryan's theme? It doesn't suit me. Welcome, man. My handbag. Welcome to the channel. I'm just thinking about I would like to make a game. Yeah, make it. What game would you go for? By the way, is the music too loud or my voice, like the leveling? Yeah, so physics not too long. Yeah, simulation same. So mine has I have bullet. Talk to me about physics. I'm gonna get on with this as well, but I'm interested to hear more. Okay, sweet. Let's get the music up. Yeah, I use bullet. So I used bullet, and then I regret that now. But I don't have any big reasons to regret it. I just maybe it was the wrong choice. So I was going to switch. Yeah. Probably you forgot why, but there was a reason. Because I forgot why I regret choosing bullet, but there was a reason. But actually, it's currently kind of broke, only because I moved on to the next. It was working, and moved on to the next thing, and then the next thing, and then I went to demo the physics just to show somebody, and didn't work. I was like, oh, it's broken. I didn't. When you're getting more size, you don't always know when you've got a bug. So I've still got the added physics set of the engine patch. I've still leveled it, but I need to go back and fix it. Oh really? Yeah, the visual debugger in Bullet is just a visual representation, right? Oh man, yeah. I might stick with Bullet because I've put a month in it. But I'm tempted. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. What was it called? I think it was a callback function. And it just shows you everything. So you got your character, and there'll be a box around him when two things hit. The two boxes will go red to say there's a collision. So probably what you're describing. Maybe it was that. Maybe that's why I went with it. But respect to anyone who's done it as a side hustle. Would you say bullets? Yeah, I mean physics in your engine is your best achievement so far. Yeah. Shout out a hambone. Okay, so I'm just trying to import models, and it's more or less working. I broke my original. It's pretty much working now with textures and materials, transparencies. But now I want a material inspector, so when I'm rendering a car, I can render just one part, one submesh. I just need to add some variables. So where are we? I forgot what the class is called. Model loader. Submesh inspector. There's also so we want what. That's interesting. You had it working on it, and it died. Yeah, I need that. Although I don't know if I need it for like where I'm going, but I think I need to see it in. FBO submesh FBO submesh texture. Where am I going to do this? Generate OpenGL results. Variable file. Submesh inspector. That's some quick typing, right? That's game engine life. Do I fully understand? Go away, cat. Yeah, I grabbed it yesterday. I just went onto YouTube and just said like, how do I customize Visual Studio? So mesh texture, and then there was just a link, so just to download a few. I don't want to get that one. Yeah, I don't know if it was too painful. I think it's Cyberpunk, like too much on the eyes. But I just made it a bit bigger. Sorry about that. And then what do I want? Let's go here. Let's go to show material editor. What was the sub selection? Active model. Active submesh. Okay, active submesh dot VAO. That's how we'll draw it. Okay, I'm going to create a new function here. Submesh. I'm going to say void render submesh, and we're going to pass. I'm going to pass the VAO. I think that's it. Which is not a good sign. Control and period, control for the start, well, that's create a definition. Okay. What do you bind? Vertex array. Let's bind vertex array. Submesh. What's a submesh? Submesh model. Model name. Yeah. So the model just if full render submesh, then we will call render submesh with what we will do index. VAO to render and VAO to render, and here we will call on a pointer to what we're going to call it. Submesh. Submesh rendered. The submesh. add. So let's render. Remove. It's there. Yeah, it's going to be just an int, right? No, but I hear that sometimes. Australia or England. I sometimes hear that, or South Africa. No, I'm from England. Okay, I've had a beer. I'm tired, so I don't mind asking ChatGPT. Probably. No, I hear it quite a lot. Where are you from? Is that where you're from? Here are the resources. I've probably got something wrong and inefficient. Yeah, it's great. Just over a year ago, it wasn't, but you could see the potential. But now it's like a different beast. Here is the render loop at the end of the general function. Now, give me imgui, so that will fit nicely here. So I'm just going to add it to an existing function, and we can use a drop down of the video indexes. Select and boolean to say it's working. It's to be rendered. Then we will apply logic in our render function. And the render function was which needs the FBO active. I love how I can give it that many errors of grammar, English, and it will go. Okay, well, they're global. So and which state are you in? Render search separately. Why has it gone there? Okay. Submesh. In the show materials, we will choose the submesh to render, not using the active submesh, but the variable I gave. Submesh render. Then pass that and the video to render. That's it. Hey, welcome back. Hillbilly Coder. Okay, I know what it's doing. It's just, I think it's, surprise, surprise, it's doing it a bit more efficient than I was going to. Let's publish names. Selected submesh. Submesh. Rendered. Active submesh. Oh wait, this should be submesh, right? Which is a mesh. Mesh new. Render submesh. Mesh new. For me, it's not been worth it. So, I mean, I've not paid the app, is what I would say, and I'm happy. I'm not the best person to ask. Submesh. Yeah, I'm not the best person to ask. And also, I don't want it to be too easy. Submesh rendered. Should be mesh new. Finish rendered. And then render. Yeah, I don't run out. I sometimes run out of pictures quite often. Like if I upload one or want to generate one, but mostly upload. It's good. So render submesh. Okay, this is where I'm chat again. Finding the frame, but there we go. There in the bit. There's a typo there from chat, but the rest is okay. Then what you want is your IMGUI little window. Draw that bad boy. Submesh texture. So this is where I need to get active for being able to get thanks and paid from you guys. So I could say if this worked the first time, that's $1. Okay, what's crashing? I've got the new theme and with the new theme, the error colors are different. GUI back to there we go. The second recording is for flipping. The image. Who's Vim? What's Vim? Who's Vim, bro? What kind of error is that? Come on, who deleted that? I didn't even touch that. I've heard of him. Is it, no, I don't. No, so we've got some real crashes now. I can accept a real crash. Maybe I'm loading. I might be initializing too early. Exception thrown. Yeah. I probably don't even have OpenGL set up. Space crash. Ship program. Yeah, I can go. Log.add. Creating buffers for submesh FBO. Amber, I hope below home here if you're subscribed. If you hit like, the algorithm will bring hot chicks into the chat, by the way. Okay, let's see what breaks first. Where's the model? I think everything broke. Oh, there we are, there's some materials. So first, is there a car? We have a car. Let's go to submesh 3, render submesh. Okay, and there's a new submesh. I feel like it shouldn't look like that. So I should be drawing it here. OpenGL error, pause login, pause. Let's see what OpenGL errors I have. Debug message 1. I think they are previous errors. I can see by... Yeah, that error already exists. So it's not that. It's still connected. I think I've not sent the VAO. Yeah, no, mine goes to a log file as well. So do you use IMG UI? It was really easy to do a little debugger. ChatGPT did the framework. It won't tell you anything you don't already know. It's quite easy. And then you just have error types, so your text message and info, OpenGL error, shader error, physics error, and you just make it global. So everything that's going on your console, just put it on your script. Then you can turn different errors on and off. But no, that OpenGL error, I think it's an error from some. Okay, let's go straight to the code on this one. So where am I calling it from? Show. So, yeah, I think I'm not sending it. It's this here. Submesh rendered. Yeah. Submesh. But why wasn't the rest of the draw? The other car, the main scene should have still been drawn, right? There's more books here. Okay, submesh 1, render. Yeah, so there's your OpenGL errors. Pause login, clear the log. Sometimes it's just too big. Show info. Shader errors, so when you compile your shaders. That's been the most handy thing I've had. And also have a font size, especially if you stream, people can't read. Let's try a different submesh. Submesh off, submesh on. I might need to bind frame buffer back. My reference. Yeah, I'm proud of my debugger. Maybe it's active texture. So it's the chat. Material. Maybe it's here. Yeah, maybe I just need submesh. Wait, have I confused FBOs and VAOs? So, VAO to render. Active submesh.VAO. That's going to be live. And then render submesh. VAO to render. It's also not fixed it, by the way. It might render to the FBO. Okay, so it looks like it's rendering something. That's 0. So that probably is the first part. Yeah, okay, so it's rendering the individual parts now. And you should start to see the car body in a minute. There you go, look. Just should be here. No. I'm actually took some time out of work just with stress. There we go. Does this mean I have no light on the scene? So I guess I have a window where I can code a bit, but I can't really do more than 4 hours a day. Yeah, this is really fun. I can just choose what I want to render. That's pretty cool, right? Now, I don't know if this will all work yet. Materials. But they should work, right? But I think it's just light. Yeah, the light is overpowering. I mean, but this was the main reason I wanted to do this. By the way, this should all be in this window still. I can fix it shortly. I could see there was 2 errors. Yeah. No, I never was. This was all self-taught. But it sounds like, listen, getting physics in, even with ChatGPT, is harder than this. And you probably know that. I don't know, I don't know if you have this in your engine. You should get a few things in. What I'm finding interesting is it loads it on the screen where it actually was, like, not just central, which is obvious. But you don't think that. Okay, will shininess change? No. I don't know if it has a copy of everything. Yeah, I'm not sure logically why it doesn't give me that live, but it's only going to be like something to do with memory. Okay, let's get it in the screen. It's probably because we haven't bound the texture or something, I don't know. Do you have a family as well? And there's fun. I've just incorporated emissiveness it loads an MTL file, which is just alongside the 3D mesh, and I've just got it working with shininess, specular ambient, but also transparency and emissive. But I don't think emissive is working, which is why I created this. Why is it not going to? Oh, this is why. Just the ordering. Okay, everybody, so just to explain a little code here. Frame buffer is like, it's the target where it's going to draw the game to. Frame buffer 0 is the screen, so you want everything to draw to the screen. But sometimes you might want to draw something to a window within the screen, like a map. And so you first would draw it on a texture. So it might, instead of 0, it might be 1, which stands for the texture. And then you tell OpenGL to bind it to a different frame buffer number. So you'd put 1 here. We've just put in code the submesh, or the other part. And then we're drawing it to the texture, and then we're putting it back to 0, so it's going to the main screen. So I think I'm doing that too soon. So now I need to... I like it when I find out why there's a bug. It makes me feel like I can code. Now we draw it to the texture, and then we send it back to the screen. Yeah. Still might be wrong. Yeah, bugs are fun with ChatGPT, right? Yeah, we're similar. We're like the same age, basically. Bugs are fun when you get past it after a few hours or a few minutes or a day or two, a week or 2 weeks. I don't think I've fixed this yet. Maybe I needed to bind the texture actually. Yeah, at least I realised just before. I don't feel as foolish. And then from here, I'm going to put another button that just goes through, so you can go through the parts. And then you can really start to maybe click one and then change it individually. Okay, render submesh. Bind frame buffer. Add a loader. Create shader. Submesh texture. See if the submesh works. Okay, the frame buffer is complete. So we have a frame buffer, frame texture, the width, height. Just make sure everything's not 0. That'd be good. Yeah, no kids either. But it's at this time you start to think like, do I want kids? If you can have them, if you want them. That's what I've found. I thought I would have kids by now. But I'm quite happy. Show material editor. Let's go to chat. What's it saying? set up the FBO. Yeah, that kind of happens. I think I found in my 30s I become more, it solidifies who you are, your identity. By the way, for anyone checking in, if you hit like, it tells others to come in the future. So it's just a way of saying thanks while sending a dollar. And maybe dislike as well, because the algorithm knows you're engaged. They want you to be angry. It's like the politics. Okay, I've set the FBO. Call the function, but drawing main image. Bye. What I do is put that. IMG UI is quite easy. It reminds me of HTML, to be honest. Not long at all. Now, there's some bits here that you're going to see that might look a little bit trickier, but it's not. IMG UI text, we'll just write text on the screen. IMG UI button, it'll give you a button to press. You can do if IMG UI button, it means if you press the button. It's just one of the best resources for an engine. Like, it's the one you want. The issue you're facing stems from the fact that although you're rendering a submesh to an off-screen buffer, the frame buffer is not properly configured. Should I be set up correct? So is it attached? No, it's not attached. I thought that, but I didn't want any beef. Right, maybe it is. Attached. Attached texture. I think that's okay. I have this. And, yeah, I agree. Okay, no depth buffer. Alright, what games everyone playing? Or are you just like me and not a gamer? Don't tell anyone. Depth RBO. So with OpenGL, because it will put the resource on the OpenGL side, it doesn't matter if it's going to go out of scope, so you can create that anyway, and it will just, I think it will just attach to the frame buffer and the texture. It will all be attached, right? Depth. Yeah. Render submesh. Find frame buffer. I didn't have a viewport. What else did I miss? Viewport. For render and view. If I clear it, clearing some of that exists. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't think so, to be honest. Alright, he's alive. I'm glad that it didn't work, because I felt that I did those things right, so it tells me that I understood. So it's the assignment. What else did chat suggest? Up here. There's the errors in assigning. Okay, I don't think there was only one thing here, which was the reference of mesh rendered. Yeah, pleasure, man. What fighting games do you play? Just if you're still on, I was looking at your video. It's called Man Bear Request. If that's your work. Give you a subscribe. That's cool. Mesh rendered is a. Let's have a look. So it's a reference to the mesh. here to render. Wait, there's no way it's there. Can that even run like that? Did I just delete that by mistake? I did not. Submesh. Just hard code it, right? Should I bind the texture here also? I don't think that's accurate. MGY image. Let's go to another place. Texture ID. Draw FBO to screen. So this would be a really good place to start inspecting materials, the shininess of the material. And see if lighting and things are working. Is this the inside of the car? Oh, so I think I've just changed the, yeah. So these are changing in real time, transparency, but just not in the inspector. So it's got a copy maybe. That's pretty. Transparent car. Pull that login. So it's still not drawing onto the frame buffer. Okay, let's see what chat is saying or suggesting. I was into stream. 6 AM here. Okay, we got this. Let's have a look. I'm going to go hardcore, right? We're going to go to Gemini. No, we'll go to Grok. Gemini. Why isn't the image being displayed on the UI rather in FBO0 main screen? Wait, what? I'll say that's 50-50. Maybe 70-30. Listen, only if it's drawn on both. Do texture. I wonder if so what I need is I have a function where I'm drawing render FBO, draw FBO screen. Let's see how I handle this. Sorry, let me just bring you in here. Sorry about that. Okay. Fine. Where's the draw? Okay, that might be the issue. That's interesting. Draw FBO. Really? Frame buffer object. So you don't call draw? Is the problem that I shouldn't call draw at all? Okay, it might be that you don't call. Hi to new people coming in chat. You don't call the draw. And there's also this in the wrong place. And that's why it's going to the main screen. Okay, well now it's not good anyway, but actually I wonder if it might just depend how big the scene is. Just check that it's not still drawing somewhere. Try this. Actually, what's annoying is I've done this many times and I just can't see. And there are, and then let's get to the call function. Active texture. Texture 0. Show. Why is it not drawing to the FBO and GUI screen? And, if frame buffers might be able to frame buffer object. I might be able to just push it back into one IO. So I have a loop that draws them all. Frame buffers. Where does that exist? Map frame buffers. But then our main. Should have been that global.
This world has room for everyone. The good earth is rich. It can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful.
See what Grok suggests. That's true. Just make sure we can see it. Yeah. Viewport. Sort of check for completeness. Is this is the issue here shaders? Use program this shader program ID. That's why. frame buffer. And there. Draw FBO screen. Yeah, it's a shader issue. So this is when you see I don't do something so often. So here, and we'll go here. And we just need your matrices. Textures. Texture. Texture being bound is called diffuse texture. Shader, how do I send it? So we just send the uniform. Which is here. Hey, sorry I missed you there. Interesting, interesting. Could not find diffuse texture in shader. Well, that's good because at least we have an error message. It's called texture diffuse. That's why you didn't find it. Have we bound the texture? How are you doing? Where are you calling from? Caller on the line. This took a long time, especially for something that's still not working. Calling from Russia. Hey, good morning. I have a lot of friends from Russia. I was there in like 2007. Everybody spoke English back then. Okay, that's just not told me anything. I was already doing that. So I'm using Grok and a bit of ChatGPT. They're going to battle up. Relevant. And that FPO first. Excellent. So whereabouts in Russia? I think the cameras are offset because of the size of the buffer. It's squashed. But that's still not helping why I can't see anything here. Oh, this is what I need to change. Oh, I can't remember what I changed earlier. It was on the creation of the texture. Yeah, texture. So review. Obviously. The first parameter is texture. Why did I need this? Previous versions that worked. I think that's the problem. Yeah. Hey. And texture. Okay, so our properties are working. We can do string capture, submesh, FBO. Okay, so the frame buffer is 0 apparently. That's the problem. Submesh FBO. No, 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 no. No, no, no. We are binding it instead of creating it. Submesh FBO. So we're creating one frame buffer and it is called submesh FBO. Okay. So that should have been much easier. Might be still some problems, but that was the main issue. Hopefully. So if it's 0 anymore, no, it's 7. Here, 9. Submesh texture is 13. So we have the resources we need. There you go. Did I let you down? I didn't let you down, right? The main issue is going to be the screen space. So there's a function in GLM where we can take some matrices and look at a particular object. So now what we would do, if you just join in, we're creating a tool to inspect our car parts. So you go through different parts of the car. Look at that on your mesh. Your wheels. That's beautiful, your wheel trims. And then soon, I don't know if I've got it copied properly yet, I can't remember. Get transparent. Okay, so soon it will change in inspect. But it's working basically. It's working. Screw you, Unreal Engine. Where's your material inspector? Okay, they've got rotate it. Now I'm happy. We'll just make some things a little bit better. Such as when you want to change colors. Let's just try it on something. We might have issues here because of textures. So I just loaded the wrong model. Now we're viewing the cottage, but without, actually we're viewing just the park. Go. And these were cameras. And then we're going to get this set up so it's inspect properly. It makes things central. And applies textures. We'll have a texture mode, a mode without textures, so you can do a lot of different things. Go back to the Bugatti and select. What we're selecting here, we don't even know. It could be a wireframe, there we go. She's just hiding in the house somewhere. Scroll. Interesting how the views are not aligning. A lot going on here. You can see where the texture on the line here is because the texture is smaller than the window. This is just going to be a very powerful tool when I want to start changing transparencies and just raw colors, textures. Find a nice place for it. Okay, it's going to be, what time is it? It's going to be a 10-minute break, I think. I need a window to scroll the other way. I'll bring it over here. Okay, I'm pleased with that. Still got some bugs. Oh, I didn't realise I'd turned the microphone down, but I always do when I'm on a break. Because you'll hear me chewing food. What kind of game would you like to make? What about using like Unreal Engine or something? Have you tried one of the engines, Unreal or Unity? It seems like you're trying to avoid doing any work. Yeah. I would copy and paste everything you just said and put it in ChatGPT. I don't really understand the question. If you don't use OpenGL or DirectX, it means you're going to have to code the things that they do. It will give you more work. Otherwise, is it called Raylib? Maybe Raylib. Kevin Fish, shout out Kevin Fish. Okay, let's carry on. So I want to be able to look at the different, where are we? So, yeah, welcome Kevin. I don't think a Google user, your alias. So what I'm doing is, I've been doing a model importer, so I bring models, 3D models into the engine for making the game. It's early days, but sometimes you load a model and there's something missing or it's not working, so you want to be able to change the texture or the material. So I've created an inspector, but then when you load up the inspector, it might show you like the wheel of the car, but it might be like over there. It's not central, so we're just going to make it central. And because it's quite simple, I don't want to spend too much time on it. So I want to ask ChatGPT, okay, it's all loading, but the model is off center. By the way, the issue was I didn't generate the FBO IP. So let's have a look at the function. That's not it. The submesh. Using a similar approach I've used up here. How to look at the video submesh being rendered. Kevin Fish, that feels like an English name, by the way. Check the channel out. Oh, Eminem, yeah, check it out. Eminem show. Superman, that's like old school. Else, Money in the Grave, I don't know that. Let's get J. Cole, Gucci Man, Get It Back. Oh, it's a Drake track, is it? Sweet. Okay, let's see what ChatGPT is saying. So it's the view matrix. Okay, 1 minute move. Rigid. widget body was an example. Doesn't exist here. All we are currently is the view. Is the usual VP and then matrices. No, you don't want to do it. Which was my opinion, but if you do, you'll be writing twice as much code and maybe doing more debugging. But if you want to do it and you're passionate about it, just do it. But I don't know much about C. I know bits because of C++, of course. Extract the translation part from the model. Yeah, that's it. So where do we have to do? So here, we're creating a new vector model position, and it's getting the, wait a minute. I need the model matrix. It's dot model. No, it's dot world transform. No. Model dot world transform. Data. I think that's going to do it. It's dot world. And my, if that's the greater model. Then let's try that. No, it's okay. OpenGL. I think there's more community with OpenGL, so there was more help available at the time. And also sometimes you just have to learn, you just have to go. Maybe in 6 months, you might find out Vulkan was 10% better, but it don't matter. You at least you did 6 months of learning. Most people just ask questions and you just need to go. So you can't really choose the wrong one. But at some point I should start to learn Vulkan as well. But most of the things I learn, I will need for Vulkan, even though the words are the different encode the syntax. Okay, well, I'll say that didn't work. Let's have a look. Actually, maybe. This is the issue. What we need is a map for view matrix. Matrix. And then yeah. It's connected to the same company that oversee it, so the Kronos or something. submesh, it needs a show. View submatrix view, and then show active model dot forward transform, and then render pretty. Now the model is it. Where did we give it to? Show. Yeah, I'm tired. Submatrix view. It's part of the model builder. Might just be there then. Submatrix view. Free. Do I want to give it access? Yeah, I think C maybe just is more resourceful at speaking directly to like a graphics card. It's one level less removed. Okay, so there we are. I think. Yeah, but limitation breeds creativity because you're forced to think differently. This is why a lot of games are the same now, because there's too much power. So you don't have to be imaginative. And then marketing, they make 50 million and everybody realizes it's a bad game and they've made 50 million. Nobody cares. Or 500 million. But if you follow gaming, you can see now it's causing a lot of problems. Okay, so this is working, but not fully. And I also don't know why. I'm going to see. maybe we need above 0. Yeah, the thing is, like, my opinion is just you can get lost like this, because then you realize it can take 2 years to make a physics library like this, and they will just discourage you. You just need to see, you need to be learning like this, but you need to see results, and it keeps you learning. That's why people give up. It needs to be fun. It's just my opinion, right? I can only give you what I think. I never met you. If you wanted to do something for a long time, sometimes it's a sign you should do it anyway. If you're designing a physics engine, you're going to be single your whole life. Make sure you get to the gym, bro. What's this? Where are you from? It's easier to learn now than things ever was to. Now what am I sending to the shader? Combine view. That's the beauty of shaders, you can just multiply them out with matrices. Okay, when was the last time you coded for more than 2 hours, 3 times a week? Do you have Visual Studio? Or do you have, I know not everybody's got a laptop or something, so maybe you don't have a computer yet, I don't know. So strange. I think you just need to approach it simpler. If you've not wrote any code yet, it's just in your mind, you just need to get going with some basic code. Come to a live stream, get some motivation, and then you need to go and code, right? You can do it, man, or woman. Now you just need to get coding. It's not so serious. It's about learning and making mistakes. It's not. You can't. You're not going to be perfect. Nah, you just need to get going. You're making it too complicated. What's the idea? I said it's not serious. Okay, show me a link to the last program you made. It's easy to get caught up just talking about coding but not doing anything. I believe you can do it. Like everything I'm doing here is going wrong with the whole stream, right? You just got to keep going. Okay, let me show you the program I made before this one. Maybe you'll understand how I roll. Learning some basic stuff. It seems to be working. So I was coding 2D for a year, maybe a year and a half. My friend uploaded these for me. Okay, 3 hours. I'm gonna chill now. But send me a message when you've got SFML and C++, when you've installed it, and when you've got a character or a box and you press up and down and it moves around the screen. Send me a link to a YouTube video when you've got that, or just a screenshot on this chat. You got a week. You can do it. Good luck.